Hi there, I'm Jack Canfield, and after nearly 50 years of working with hundreds of thousands of people from all over the world, if there's one thing I deeply believe, it's that no one is given a dream unless they actually have the capacity to fulfill that dream. If you can imagine yourself accomplishing a goal, you absolutely have the ability to achieve it. And today I'd like to give you some helpful tips on how to do that so you can manifest your dreams and make your highest vision a reality. Now, my first piece of advice to you is to get really clear on exactly what your dreams are. It's simple. You have to have a dream in order to have a dream come true. You have to decide what it is that you truly want to achieve and experience. And your vision for what you want your life to look like needs to be crystal clear. Otherwise, the path forward won't be obvious to you. You'll get caught up in too many detours and dead ends that will make it hard for you to make consistent progress to your goals. So I want to encourage you to first take the time to get really specific on the details of your ideal vision of what you want and hold them clearly in your mind's eye so you can always steer yourself in the direction of your dreams. Now, the next thing I want to encourage you to do is to clarify whether your vision is something you really want to manifest in your life or something you only think you want. You know, far too many people spend too many years of their lives pursuing a goal only to realize that it wasn't what they really wanted after all. They pursue goals for the wrong reason, perhaps to impress other people or to make their parents happy or because it's something society has made them think they should do, but it's not something that deep down in their heart of hearts they really want to do. And therefore, it will never actually make them happy or bring them the fulfillment that they desire. So if you want to lead a meaningful, rewarding, joy-filled life, you need to take the time to confirm that the goals you're pursuing will actually bring you the happiness you want. Now, one of the best ways to do that is to take some time to set aside some time and sit with your eyes closed and visualize yourself having that experience. And then ask yourself, is this something I would truly enjoy? And consider all the different factors that would lead to you having that experience. The skills you'd need to learn, the time you'd be required to invest, the people you'd have to hang out with, and all the ways your life and you would have to change in the process of making that vision a reality. Will the end result be worth it? Now, another way to look for answers to this question is to find people who've created the kind of life you want to live and ask them what it took for them to do it. Ask them what it took for them to get there. What sacrifices did they have to make? Ask them to describe what a regular day looks like for them. And then ask yourself, is this something I can see myself doing? And is the end result something I truly think is worth it? And when the answer to all of this is unshakable yes, you know your vision is clear. Now, I was working with a client in one of my mastermind groups a few days ago, and she was clearly feeling stuck and not happy about where she was. And what had happened is that she had had what she called a spiritual download, a set of intuitive insights about her work that were different than what she had been doing. And when she talked about her regular work, her energy was dead. She was not expressing any joy about it. And when she talked about the new direction, she lit up. She was full of excitement. She just came alive. And when we coached her to follow the joy she was feeling, she felt excited and relieved. Now, sometimes what used to fulfill us doesn't do it anymore, and we're being asked to move in a new direction. It may be scary, but it's what we're being guided or directed to do. And you know that by the aliveness you feel. When Patty and I were interviewing Susie Batiz, the founder of Poo-Pourri, the essential oil-based spray that you spray in your toilet bowl before you poop that traps the odors, well, this topic came up. Susie had gone from being kind of a hippie who was into essential oils to becoming a successful entrepreneur who now has a net worth of $140 million. And when we asked her for her secret of success, she said, I only followed the ideas and took the actions that made me feel more alive, gave me more joy, a sense of physical expansion. So make sure your dreams and your goals are something you feel excited about, that make you come alive. Okay, my next tip for manifesting your dreams is to keep those dreams top of mind every hour of your day. It should be the first thing you think of in the morning and the last thing you think of before you go to bed. And then every time you have to make any sort of decision, make sure to always ask yourself which option is going to lead you closer to your goals, and then choose that option. Now, your vision needs to be the guiding star that points the way forward on your journey through life. And one helpful way to do this is to take time at the beginning of every day to review the tasks you want to accomplish that day and make sure they're in alignment with your goals. For example, if you have a big presentation you need to make tomorrow that could result in acquiring a lucrative new client or a lucrative contract, if your friends invite you to a party that night where you know you'll be tempted to have a drink or two and stay up way too late, it's definitely better to say no to the party so you can get a good night's sleep and wake up clear and level-headed and refreshed and ready to make a great impression. Now, my next piece of advice is to get really comfortable being uncomfortable. Because achieving your dreams is going to require you to grow, and true growth is always a little bit uncomfortable. It puts you in an unfamiliar situation and requires you to do things you've never done before. And there will be times when you're scared. There will definitely be times when you feel awkward. But that's okay. It's all part of the journey. And one way to minimize the fear and the awkwardness is to practice doing the things that are new, that are uncomfortable or scary, practicing in your mind by visualizing doing those things and succeeding even though you were scared. It's important to remember that self-confidence is built by doing the things you're scared to do and surviving the risk and succeeding as a result of taking the action. And therefore, you can practice succeeding in your mind. Now, my friend John Assaraf recently shared the story of how he overcame the fear of failing in his attempt to cut out sugar from his diet. What happens is John was going to be going to Las Vegas with a bunch of friends to celebrate one of their birthdays. And he knew they were going to be going to their favorite hotel. And this hotel has the most amazing dessert bar on the planet, like 3 whole stations of just desserts. And John knew it was going to be a challenge. And what he said was that he rehearsed in his mind 42 times going through that food line and seeing that dessert bar and walking past it and not choosing any of the great desserts and going straight to his table. You see, mental rehearsal is a powerful tool. And think about what you need to practice and rehearse in your mind. And by the way, John has been sugar-free for years, and that worked, and it will work for you as well. Now, my next tip is to embrace your setbacks and your failures. Now, that might sound like crazy advice, but the fact is, when you're working to up-level your life, you will be required to learn new skills and to show up in the world in a different way. And one thing that's inevitable is the fact that you won't do it perfectly at first, and you will make mistakes. It's an essential and inescapable part of the growth process. And it's one you should embrace, not avoid, because each experience will give you valuable information that will help you improve your performance and get better results. And by rehearsing in your mind the kind of person you will need to be, it will literally help you become the kind of person who is capable of achieving your dreams. So make sure to do mental rehearsal and also adopt the mindset that failure is a natural part of the process. Just think of them as learning experiences. Now, if you find yourself struggling with this, remember this. Everyone who has walked that same path before you has more than likely made those same or very similar mistakes as well. But they didn't let those mistakes stop them, and neither should you. Now, my final tip for you is this. If you want to manifest a vision, you have to enlist the support of others. You see, success is not a solo sport. No one ever climbed Mount Everest by themselves. No one ever became a PGA golf champion by themselves. They all had teachers, coaches, mentors, and in the case of golf, a good caddy who helped them get there. You're also going to need help on your journey, so make sure you ask people to help you. Now, not everyone will be in a position to say yes, but many people will if you just ask. And if asking is something challenging for you, make sure to get a copy of my book, The Aladdin Factor, which is all about how to overcome your fear and discomfort with asking and get the yeses you need to succeed. You know, even in my world as a speaker and a writer and a trainer, I've had the help of editors, research assistants, transcription services, literary rights attorneys, literary agents, PR professionals, marketing professionals, my publishers, cover artists, speech coaches, media coaches, my accountant, my executive assistant, my social media team, and on and on. And if you're going to be successful, you will also need experts who have walked the path before you to show you the way and support you. Because you're going to need the support of a team to take care of the tasks that aren't in your wheelhouse, that you don't love to do, or that you simply don't have the time to take care of. You might even need to ask your friends to take care of your children or your dog sometimes. Now, you might need to hire a virtual assistant to take care of your email, or a house cleaner to keep your home tidy so you have more time to focus on your personal and professional goals. And don't forget emotional support. When you're learning new skills and putting yourself in unfamiliar or uncomfortable situations, it can take a lot out of you emotionally. So make sure you surround yourself with people who give you the love, the encouragement, the support, and the positive feedback you need to stay inspired and motivated to achieve your goals. And if you don't have a lot of people like this in your life now, I strongly encourage you to go out and find them. All right, so those are a few tips on how to follow through on manifesting your vision and achieving your dreams in life. And once again, remember that you will never be given a vision that you're not capable of making a reality. Now, you may need to learn some new information, some new skills, build some new relationships, build a team, collaborate with others, make some requests, take some uncomfortable actions. But you have the capacity to do that. Now, it's most likely going to require you to grow, but that growth is part of the reward, maybe even the best part. So it's ultimately up to you to take action and bring your vision to life. So what I'd like you to do today to start that is to identify 3 steps, 3 specific actions you can take this week to bring yourself closer to your goals. So maybe it's time to take time to focus on and gain some fresh clarity around your vision. Or maybe you need to identify and talk to someone who could mentor you or give you some valuable advice on how to achieve your goals. Or maybe it's time for you to do something that makes you uncomfortable, to do something that requires you to step outside of your comfort zone. And whether you commit to taking big steps or taking small steps, it's consistency of taking regular steps every day that will move you forward. And if you do that, I promise you will be amazed at how much you will accomplish and how fast you start accomplishing it. Now, I'd love it if you'd leave a comment below and share one of the 3 steps you've committed to taking this week. And here's why. When you declare it and make it public, you give it power. Now, I can't wait to read what you decide to do. Now, if you found this video helpful, please make sure you like it, share it with a friend who may need it, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. And for a lot of additional resources on how to manifest your dreams in life, be sure to visit my website at JackCanfield.com. Thanks for watching. And remember, only you have the power to create the life you want.